Radhe Radhe everyone. Much gratitude to all of you for joining here. In today's video, let's uncover mystery of Maya, an illusionary based world. We get confused most often if the mystery of Maya is an illusion or reality. Are we really living in an illusion? Is this world real or is it just an illusion? Why do ancient scriptures say that life is like a dream? Today, let's unravel the secrets of Maya. This video is based on sacred scripture as well as I have added my experience of my personal journey so that it can help you. Maya is described as anirvachaniya. That means it is beyond definition, neither real nor unreal. It has three powers or three characters, we can say. Sattva means clarity, Rajas means activity, and Tamas means inertia. These combine to project the universe we see with our physical eyes. But here is the paradox. Maya belongs to Brahman. Then who is Brahman? Shiva or Parambrahma himself is Brahman. It is his creative power through which the one becomes many. Yet for us, trapped inside it, Maya becomes a veil. It makes us forget our true nature. Even the wise, even the learned in Vedas can slip into this illusion if not careful. The scriptures say the world is like a dream, like silver appearing in a shell. It seems real, but when you awaken, you realize the truth. So, what is real? Not the body, not the fleeting mind, but only the self, the pure consciousness, the consciousness beyond birth and death. Sri Rama himself was taught by sage Agastya, you are not the body that grieves, you are the pure awareness that witnesses. And so Maya is both the beauty and the trap of creation. To overcome it, we need discernment, surrender, and the grace of Shiva. Do you believe we are living in an illusion? Share your thoughts in comments. So, how to overcome Maya? So, based on Maharshi Agastya teachings to Lord Ram, these are the ways to overcome Maya. Some ways are included through my own personal experiences too. So, what if I told you that all your problems, all your fears, and even your desires are nothing but Maya, and there is a way to conquer it? During Sitaji's abduction, Sri Ram was grieving. Then Sage Agastya told Rama that the body you mourn for, the relations you cling to, are like birds that gather at dusk and fly away at dawn. They all are temporary, fleeting. Birth ensures death, and death means rebirth is certain. Maya keeps us bound in this endless cycle. Based on my personal experience, I can say that Maya also has her companions, like attachment and attraction. Attraction is moh in Hindi. Attachment has a pain attached to it, but attraction or moh is only love. The love of Shiva for Sati became attachment to her body. This attachment brought destruction into his world, where when Lord Krishna has love for Sri Radharani ji, where he left Vrindavan for Dwarka to fulfill his dharma, is attraction or moh towards his dharma. Attraction or moh also turns into attachment when it is towards worldly desires. Attraction, when becomes divine love, helps in loving one another without any conditions, where you love others as you see them as one with you, or a form of divine being like Lord Shiva or Krishna or Rama or Christ or Guru in them. Attachments come when you perceive that there are different bodies, different relationships, different beings, etc. You are not able to forgive, forget, and actions done by so-called others. Keeping others in pictures keeps the cycles going on with them. Attachments keep you distracted from true dharma of merging with divinity or highest soul. It's better to close those cycles by forgiving, forgetting, and loving those whom you consider not even eligible for your love too. This is Maya or illusion that shows you the separation. But there is a way out of this situation, and that is through knowledge of the self and surrender to Shiva. With this, one conquers death and goes out of this cycle. When one realizes, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am pure bliss and consciousness, Maya loses its grip. Even the smallest act of surrender to Shiva by just offering water, chanting his name, or contemplating his form leads to liberation if you are a true Shiva Bhakt. Otherwise, you can offer your surrender to any deity, any god, any form you pray to. But here is a challenge. Only those who surrender with their whole being can truly transcend Maya. It's not about rituals alone, but about realizing that I am one with Shiva. Here comes the role of divinity that comes as Guru, who helps to seek the right path to come out of the drama. Aham Brahmasmi, or I am the Brahma, or Shiva, or Krishna, or Buddha, or Christ, or Guru. This statement brings ego. Do remember, this is the trap of Maya again. The freedom is knowing yourself as Brahma or Shiva with surrender, grace, and without ego will help you transcend any illusions of Maya. The integration of self with Paramatma helps in getting tapped into Paramatma potential. Only then can one experience self-realization and co-create an abundant life with latent superpower called highest soul, that is an absolute. When this integration happens, soul liberates to freedom and merges into absolute. All the elements that were bothering one get released and one becomes Nirankar, Anant, Niranjan, one, omnipresent and Mahavatar. This is the Leela of Mahavatar Babaji. So ask yourself today, am I living trapped in Maya or am I awakening to my true nature? With this, pay gratitude to all the Gurus. Much love. Hari Om.